When do you go from working on your own to having to get staff? Guy called Matt contacted me last week and said, Bully, can you do a short video on when and how to get staff when you've got the work and you no longer can cope on your own? That's a really good question. Another top question. Cheers, Matt. You can't go unless by some stroke of luck you suddenly acquire a huge volume of work overnight. You cannot go from working on your own to having someone with you. It's just not cost effective. Me personally, I've done it all. I've employed directly, I've employed part-time, I've employed as subcontractors, and I've set up franchisees. Now, very long story short, I go down the franchisee route. See, I prefer the franchise route because they have to maintain the corporate image of the brand, the company. They have to adhere to a business model that you've put together and do things the way that you've done them for years that works. So that's, for all intents and purposes, anyone looking at the business, it looks like what it is, one huge company. Take Burger King, take McDonald's, take KFC, but they're all individual franchises. There's so many major high street brands out there that are operating as franchises. So that's why I love the franchise model, because they're working for themselves, the franchisees, but they've got the support of your 40 years of experience or your brand. They've got all that image that they have to maintain. So within the agreement, that is all in there. So, they've got to go out looking good, basically. So if you've just got subbies out there, subbies can go out looking like a bag of shit. Or the subby will even get they'll subby that on. So you've got no control. Franchisees with a franchise agreement, everything's tailored to how you've done it and you want it done, and they have to agree to that. If you employ direct PAYE, for a rough rule of thumb is, if you're paying somebody like, let's say, £18 an hour, time you take the costs and that of employing the guy, it's more like £30 an hour they're costing you, and they'll just take the piss because they come in, they'll be lazy, they'll only do the bare minimum so that they get paid. They won't want to stay late, won't want to come in early. With a franchise, even a subby, really, I work on everything on percentages, so there's always that carrot out there so that everybody wins. The main company will get a percentage of the value of that job. The franchisee gets a big percentage of the value of that job, so that everybody knows where they're at when a big job comes in. They all got that carrot and they think, right, if I can bang that out in a certain amount of time, I'm going to earn that. So you can always strive on if you're working on percentages. But when you put somebody on a basic wage, on a PAYE, they've got no incentive. They're just going to do the basic, and it's costing you an arm and a leg: sick pay, holiday pay, national insurance. As I said, an £18 an hour employee will wind up costing you around £30 an hour. So I prefer to go down the franchise route. Now, when do you do that? When do you know that it's time? Well, you never do, really. I mean, I love the job, so I'm still out there. But if you start picking up more work, and this is what's getting your mind ticking over, thinking, right, I need to now create passive income stream. I need to be able to get people out there where I can earn money from my know-how, my brand, my reputation. I'm the one getting all the work in. Now I can offload the work onto other people and they can take the ball and run with it. So, and like I've just said, unless you suddenly overnight get a huge volume of work coming in, which you more than likely won't, it's a gradual thing. So what I do is I've got somebody that I'll speak to and say, are you interested? And they, yep, whatever. And they're normally scratching around on their own, trying to get on, but they realise how hard it is, and they haven't really got the know-how. So I'll start passing the odd job onto them, see how they get on with that, then a few more jobs, and then they're in that area and they're picking up, under your brand, and they become a franchisee. So that's the way I do it. I do it on a gradual basis, sort of subcontracting or franchising out chunks of work, and then seeing how they get on with that, seeing how that business model works, and then gradually giving them more work, and off they go. And then they're carrying your brand forward and you've relieved the pressure on yourself. You've got them covering that work, and then more work will come in, and you can look right, set up over there. That guy there, I've known him a while. He looks a pretty tidy outfit. Would you be interested in becoming a franchisee, or would you be interested in subcontracting a chunk of work? So you can work it like that, but it's a gradual thing. It doesn't just happen overnight. Very, very, very rarely. Certain trades it does, like the building trade or whatever, because a big job will come in and they need all hands to the pump, and they will have loads and loads of subbies or whatever on going at it. That job finishes and they're all bollocks then. But with our job, it's reciprocal. So, it's repeat business over and over again. So, like I just said, it's a gradual thing. You'll weigh somebody up, have a chat with them, get to know them, how they work. I think I can trust you. Give you the odd job, see how you get on, give you some more work. So it's a gradual thing. That's how I do it. And the subcontract route, and then ending up as a franchisee. That's how I work it. So I hope that's helped. So that's brilliant. Until the next video, like and subscribe. Cheers, guys.